Hey everyone. Yeah, I thought I'd do this real quickly. Kind of continue on with the hashtag WTFU, um, and basically short for hashtag Where's the Fair Use. First of all, some good news, I guess you could say, is this hashtag WTFU for Where's the Fair Use has made enough noise to the point that the Huntington Post, the UK edition, um, has acknowledged us. This, of course, according to from what Rob Walker, Doug Walker's brother, has indicated on Facebook. Um, we have made enough. We have made enough noise now that the Huntington Post has acknowledged us. Has acknowledged me, mostly not me, but mostly what Doug Walker started. Not just with his two-part video basically asking YouTube what the hell was going on because of what they did, but also with his nostalgia critic slash Doug Walker video on where's the fair use. And apparently, Channel Awesome, who did retweet, and well, not retweet, but they favored one of my videos, which was the one I did before this, which is the one I did after my reply to the where the fair use was to his to Doug's nostalgia critic where's the fair use video. I did another one where I said it's not just limited to YouTube because it's not. It's it's a question that's going to be brought that is has and will be brought up in other areas like Daily Motion, which should tackle it, should look into it. Because there's a lot of montizing and non-montizing people going over there because it's more lenient than what's going on over at YouTube. The only exception, according to what Rob of Planet Rob Rob the Wonderful, Planet Rob, planet-rob.com, said is the only thing that is bothersome about it is they'll take down your video without you even knowing. They still go by a similar system with you like YouTube, except without letting you know that they're going to do something. Without you possibly having the opportunity to fight back and say, hey, there's nothing wrong with this. It's in fair use. This is something that Daily Motion needs to work on, and they need to get on this quick. The same with Vimo, VO, and even artistic sites like DeviantArt, Furfinient, So Furry, Echo's Portal. All of them out there. Pal Comics, whether you like them or not. This is something that they all have to get on board with because, again, this is a question that is, has, and will be asked at all these other platforms. The audio sharing sites like SoundCloud will get probably this question asked as well. And this is something that needs to have attention. This is something that needs to have attention brought to it. And it needs to have attention brought to it in the worst way, in the biggest way possible. Now, the reason I'm also doing this continuation, kind of continuing my support for this, as you see in the title, hashtag WTFU, where's the fair use? I mentioned that, as you see in the title, and I'll probably say in the description, Montizing makes you a bigger target. Now, I watched Jaime 2 James Sullivan's video in his response to this, and in real time, if you will, he discovered, as he was giving his own opinions and his own experience with the situation, he discovered that there was a lot of claims of videos that he had done and uploaded, several years ago, and some were tributes to family and friends and stuff like that. And when he was given an example of who was claiming content on his videos and making money off it, he noticed that there was different titles to the music or songs and sounds that he was using, and it kind of shocked him because this is like, wait a minute, this is not, this is not the song, this is not the name of the song or the song or the bit or the sound or whatever I'm using. This is not the name of it. It's a different name, and I don't know, because basically he was just shocked about what he saw, because some of it he didn't even know about. Because some of us, we don't always, how do I put it? We don't always claim, not claim, but we don't always check on our copyright ID, especially if we're not making money. If we're not making money off it, we don't have to worry about it. I mean, we do have to worry about it. Let me rephrase that. We do have to worry about it, but we don't have to worry about it in a way that we know it's going to hurt us. What I'm trying to say here, and I've said this in the previous two videos, is I respect and admire those that want to make a living off doing this. They want to make a living off doing this. I respect and admire Doug Walker and Channel Awesome for what they're doing. Lynn Cara at the top of the fourth wall, Angry Joe, Jaime Tude, Huey Toonmore, Logan Remberg, Matt Burnett, Animat, an Animat animation look back, if you will. Rob the Wonderful, Planet Rob, Zara Nizarak, Del Man, OTR Central. I respect all of them, respect and admire all of them for doing what they're doing. I respect and admire Chris Stickum for doing what he's doing. Bob Show, same thing. Andre Meadows of Black Nerd Comedy, same thing. I respect and admire what you guys are doing to try to make a living off what off your videos, off your channels, because it opens all these doors for you to go and do these certain things that normally you wouldn't be able to do. It gives you more exposure to get invited. Let's say you're Angry Joe, to get invited to things like E3 and be able to, do interviews with game developers and creators and see what's the future of games on consoles like the PS4, the Xbox One, the Wii U, and so on. So that's great and everything. That's great and everything because this allows you to do that. Montizing, making the money off your channel, off your videos, it opens that door for you to go out and do these things. Unfortunately, montizing also makes you a target. And it shouldn't make you a target. And that's what this video is about, that montizing shouldn't make you a target. I'm not saying that those that do montage their videos and channels, or that don't montage their videos or channels, are not big targets either. I've talked about this before. We are as big as targets. We are as big of a target as those that do montage. The only problem is those that do montage are put on a bigger platform. They are exposed more. And montizing shouldn't do, and montizing by, like I said, by montizing the channels, like I said, opens the door for them to gain all these other opportunities. Team Optibotimus, he's going to BotCon in a few months. And he monetizes his channel. And I'm sure a lot of what he gets from monetizing his channel is helping him towards that trip. But the thing is, Montizing shouldn't make you a big target. Montizing shouldn't cause you to be, in firing range of getting copyright strikes, claims, having your videos taken down, having your channels taken down. None of this should happen. These studios that do this, whether it's legit claims or false claims, these studios, these bots, these trolls, these cyberbullies that do this, that file a strike against you, a claim against you. What they don't understand is you are doing this as part of making your living. There's a lot of people like myself that have regular jobs that will monetize their channels and their videos. I don't, because I choose not to. But there are people out there that will monetize their channel and their videos to get that extra income. Because they want to, because maybe they have some bills they have to pay off. Or maybe they want to plan to go on a trip. Maybe to go someplace like E3 or San Diego Comic-Con. And getting that extra income from monetizing their channel or videos allows them to do that. Unfortunately, the monetizing also puts them, like I said, on that bigger platform that puts them in firing range of having their channels and the videos on their channels struck with copyright claims and strikes that are unfair. And that's where the question lies within: where's the fair use? And monetizing your videos / channels shouldn't make you a target. If anything, there should be a compromise. If anything, there should be a compromise. And that compromise, and I know some people might give me some grief for this, but there might be some people that see the legitimateness, the reasoning behind it. And that compromise is to work something out with these people. Studio Ghibli, Universal, Warner, Sony, whoever. Work something out with them. Maybe compromise to where you go 50-50 or 75-25. 50-50 to me sounds reasonable. You make half of the profits off your video, they make half of the profits, everybody's happy. 75-25 is just as good as well. They may get a smaller percentage than what you do, but at least they're still getting some money. And again, everybody's happy. And this is a compromise, and these are compromises that need to be looked into. Because like I said, monetizing makes you a big target, a bigger target than if you don't monetize. It puts you on a bigger platform than what you are if you don't monetize. Heck, this whole YouTube Red does the same thing. It takes you from that bigger platform that you're on as you do monetize, and puts you on an even higher platform and makes you an even bigger target than before. And monetizing shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be afraid that if you choose to make a living or make that extra income off of this, you shouldn't worry about, losing that money. You shouldn't worry about somebody else making money off of what you've done. James Sullivan, you could tell he's not happy at the fact that somebody else is, and was making money off some of his tribute videos to his family and friends. Now, James himself has even admitted that monetizing doesn't make him that much, but it's, and like myself and anybody else, he has an additional job. So to kind of counter that, So that's good. That's good. But the problem is he shouldn't rely, well, he should rely, I should say, he should rely on his job that he has. But if James decides in the near future, hey, I want to go in the direction of a Doug Walker and I want to make this my reason for living. I want to make this my reason for the income I bring in. Then he shouldn't be afraid to do that. And again, monetizing your channel and your videos shouldn't make you a target. If you choose to, going and signing on as part of YouTube Red and going on that higher platform and making even more of a montage for your channel and videos, that shouldn't make you a target either. What should be done is for these studios, whether they're gaming studios, TV studios, movie studios, what they need to understand is whether it's a few minutes or a few seconds of audio or video that you're using, or even imagery, that there's nothing wrong. It's in fair use. It's in the law. But apparently there are some that don't understand that. It's to me it's stupid that this is happening right now. And that monetizing is one of the main reasons why these channels like Channel Awesome and Doug Walker Nostalgia Critic, like Chris Stickham, like Rob the Wonderful, like Jaime Tude, Huey Toonmore, Animat. The list could go on of people that are targeted by copyright claims and strikes by legit and false people. Monetizing shouldn't make you that big of a target. It shouldn't make you a target at all. That is why a lot of people like me don't choose to monetize. It's not because we don't want to, because sooner or later, like Chris, maybe some of us, even myself, may choose to do it. But we shouldn't be afraid to do it, because it makes us a bigger target in the eyes of those that think we're stealing stuff. We're stealing and claiming things for our own, and we're not. We are using, just like those that do make money off the videos and channels, we are using these things in fair use. There's nothing wrong. I look at the PS4 here, and I play WWE 2K16, and I'm one of those people that runs a CAW league, a CAW league, a creative wrestling league. And my original plan was to use their YouTube uploading system to upload a lot of my matches for my league, so I wouldn't have to rely on my DVD recorder. But unfortunately, there's a problem. And it seems that this is a problem that YouTube needs to work out with Sony. Or Sony needs to work out with the content, with the people behind the music. Sony, YouTube, whoever, they need to work this out. Because there are people that have CAW leagues here on YouTube that monetize their channels dedicated to the league, that make money off their leagues. And maybe it's not as a living, but it's something on the side. And they can't have a proper CAW league with something like 2K16, with WWE 2K16 now. They can't have a proper one unless they use a digital video recorder or DVD recorder. Why? Because if you try to upload the video, your match, to YouTube, you'll get the entrance of your characters, but you won't get the music. You won't even get the music for the menus. And this is something that needs to also be fixed. This is something that's part of the problem, and it shouldn't be. And we're talking about Sony here that's dealing with it. So they should understand, Sony themselves should understand that they're in the same predicament we are right now, because they are denying through this whole situation, they are denying people to share full on videos of their matches, whether it's wrestling or football or whatever. They are denying that full experience because there's no music to be heard in the videos. None. And the only way people are going to be able to experience that is through a digital video recorder or through a DVD recorder. And they shouldn't have to worry about that. So if anything, Sony themselves in a way should understand this. Because where's the fair use when it comes to the PS4 system and people being able to upload their WWE 2K16 or their Madden 16 or 17 matches? No, where's the fair use? There is none. It's basically legitimately a problem that needs to be fixed. Because like I said, there are those that do CAW leagues that make money on their channels and their videos. It may not be as a living, but it's on the side. But now they may not be able to do that because of the system, because Montizing puts them on a platform that makes them a huge target. And now they got to rely on places like Hitbox, Twitch, Dailymotion, Vimeo to do their videos. Lindsay Ellis, the nostalgia chick, is at Vimeo now because of crap like this, in my opinion. In my opinion, Lindsay Ellis, the nostalgia chick, is at Vimeo now. Is putting her videos at Vimeo now because of this bullshit. And Montizing shouldn't have to, and she shouldn't have to do that if she wants to make a living off her videos on YouTube. She shouldn't have to do that. People shouldn't have to rely on things like Screenraver that sometimes will work or won't work because YouTube's system is broken and the monetizing of their channels and videos makes them a bigger target. They shouldn't have to do that. Monetizing should not make them a huge target. Going to YouTube Red shouldn't make them a bigger target. These people, these studios that want to file these strikes and claims need to realize nothing is wrong. Everything is in fair use. And if you want to, what these studios and individuals that do these legit claims or false claims, especially the studios that do the legit ones, what they need to do is work out a compromise. Like I said earlier, work out a compromise to where you could go 50-50 with the content creator. They make 50%, and to the profit, you make 50%. Or if you want to show, hey, we're sorry for putting you through all this grief, they make 75%, you make 25%. The content creator makes 75%. The ones that file the claim make 25%. It may not be as even as 50-50, but still, both sides are making profit. They shouldn't be, but and that shouldn't be an issue. And that shouldn't have to be an issue that has to come to something like that, but obviously it does. So honestly, where is hashtag WTFU? Where is the fair use? Because monetizing shouldn't make you a target. And in the end, if one of the ways to solve this is to compromise and go 50-50, then fine. It has to be that way, but still, monetizing shouldn't make people like Doug Walker, Jaime Chris Moore, Animat, Huey Toonmore, Angry Joe, Angry Video Game Nerd, shouldn't make any of them a huge Rob the Wonderful, Team Optobotomus, classic game room, Bolt Matrix. It should OTR Essential, Deluxe Man. It shouldn't make them a target. Shouldn't make them a target at all. There should be a compromise that should be made. And if that compromise is to go 50-50, and if not, and if maybe kind of show, hey, we were wrong, and copywriting you and getting these strikes against you 75-25, and if that's the way to go, and probably more realistically 50-50, if that's the way to go in a compromise to end this situation, so be it. But again, where's the fair use? Because monetizing your channel and videos shouldn't make you a target.